Here's a quick Radiofest Swapmeet bounty video. I got a bunch of cool stuff while I was there. I think the two crown jewels are this console and this box right here, and I'll explain why. So, this is a Silvertone Model 1968A. Beautiful Art Deco cabinet, 5 bands, beautiful dial. The high knob count and the extra tabs start to give away that this is a 12-tube high-end radio chassis. What's more, this radio uses 4 Type 45 output tubes in push-pull parallel. This is a very high-end receiver for its time period and for being a Sears product. One thing I don't like that I've noticed is it looks like some idiot wrapped these two cords together and it ended up ripping what I think is a local distance sensitivity switch off of, actually broke the switch apart. I'm going to have to reglue some phenolic and do some phenolic finagling to get that piece right. So I'm a little bit unhappy about that, but it was like that when I bought it. Such is life. But this is a nice high-end radio, and I look forward to getting this thing working. I'm guessing this probably is unrestored. The deal of the century, is this is an RCA 45 RPM car record changer. This would operate upside down. So it would operate like this. The record platter would be upside down. You'd stick a bunch of records up onto this spindle that would hold it, and the record arm would play the records upside down in the vehicle. I'm probably going to end up installing this in my Oldsmobile. I'm definitely keeping this and making it useful for me in some capacity. I managed to get a German Schwab Lorenz. This is a vacuum tube portable radio. It can operate on AC or battery, and it has the FM band. Only the Germans did this. And this is, there aren't a lot of these in the United States, so it's pretty cool to find one. In America, FM was kind of a small niche thing until the late 60s, 70s, when it really started taking over from AM. Most of the youth market that bought portables just wanted ham radios, so you didn't see portable tube FM radios really as a thing in the 1950s and very early 60s, when there still were tube battery portable radios. Basically, transistor radios became popular in the mid-50s and fully displaced tube radios from the portable market space by the very early 60s. Here's something pretty cool. This is a home table radio GE built. It is essentially a radio-only GE Portify. GE had a console in this form factor that was probably 3 to 4 times bigger than this is. It had a built-in phonograph on one side, oftentimes a TV on the other side, but when there wasn't a TV, there'd be storage for records, and a tuner and control panel along the top. I have a full-size GE Portify in the basement. I couldn't resist this table radio, though. Fully vacuum tube, FM stereo, and it has a phonograph input, so I could use this with an external phonograph if I wanted. Also, these are really cool because the speaker wires go through the hinge when the speakers are mounted to the cabinet. When the speakers are removed from the cabinet, there is an RCA cable you can use to plug the speakers in to the cabinet, and you can space the speakers away from the cabinet for better stereo separation. The full-size GE Portify did the same thing. It's pretty cool to see that same design in a smaller package. This is basically a 12-tube radio, if I'm not mistaken, with a single-ended 6BQ5 output. It's pretty neat, and I'm looking forward to making it run. bought a Heathkit C2 out of the donation auction for a friend of mine. Got some TV antennas and TV yokes and some step-down transformers and a whole bunch of fans underneath there. And at the end, someone talked me into taking a 50s monophonic portable studio-grade tape recorder off their hands. I have no clue what I'm going to do with this thing. I honestly don't have much use for monophonic reel-to-reel gear. I'm probably just going to resell this Concertone two-piece reel-to-reel deck. I think I know somebody in Madison who might be interested in this, given that they lost a lot of audio gear recently. If no one buys it, I might just sell them, or donate the mechanism and keep the amplifier if the amplifier is good enough. Because I know if I don't sell it at the Madison meet to someone who will preserve it, if I bring it to the Milwaukee meet, there's somebody who will gut this thing, destroy all of the reel-to-reel aspects of it, and build a guitar amplifier out of it, and I don't want to be the one who sells it to somebody who gives it that fate. Oh, yeah, like that. Another cool thing I got is this is a 16-inch transcription phonograph with, I believe, push-pull 6v6 outputs. Sonomaster. Yeah, this ended up in the donation auction, and I ended up buying it for, I think it was like $5 or something. It was a good enough deal that I couldn't pass it up. It's got two tone arms because this would have been the early days of micro groove LPs. It doesn't even have a 45 RPM speed, so this was probably a 1948 model would be my guess. Wow, FM input. They had some interesting uses for this thing, didn't they? Yeah, I forget if the person who was selling this, because I did talk to him about the unit before he donated it. I forget if he had this thing working or not. I think he might have said that he did. I'm gonna have a little fun playing with this machine later on and seeing if I want to keep it. I don't really need a second transcription turntable. In fact, after getting the professional broadcast unit I have in the basement, another US Signal Core transcription turntable that I've got sitting here, I was trying to sell at the Swapmeet just to make some room. Another thing I tried to sell at the Swapmeet was this Stromberg Carlson Model 27A. Okay, so it's Friday before the 2022 Radiofest Swapmeet, the first Radiofest since COVID. And this is my Stromberg Carlson Model 27 console.
Yeah, it was really neat. Pete Ladd here in attendance today as well. Those two structures. Never seen a pair of feet big.
It's in really good shape, except for I have no clue how the hell this happened. It wasn't like this when I loaded it up to take it home, but when I unloaded it, this spot was here. I think this is moisture related. This whole thing was completely white, and it used to be about this big before. This has started to dry up back into approximately the correct cabinet color. I have no clue how this would have gotten moisture on it where it was sitting, or what the heck happened here. But I'm going to let it dry out for a while, and if it goes back to looking normal, I'm going to probably hit it with some Howards and some other products and see if I can get it looking normal again. But first I gotta let all that white moisture dry out of it. Also, I'm pretty sure somewhere I've got the chip that came out of here. I need to find that and glue it back on. I couldn't on the short notice that this thing got loaded into the truck on. I I literally decided to sell this console about an hour before I started trying to load for the Swapmeet, and most of that hour delay was cleaning this. You would not believe the amount of effort needed to clean a 6-leg 20s or 30s era highboy console. It is a lot of work. Anyways, if you like this video, please hit the old like button and subscribe to see what happens with some of this stuff. Also, let me know what you think I should work on first. Thanks for watching. Here's a quick ETF Swapmeet bounty video. That's completely wrong. April Fools.